Hi, welcome. Simon here. In this video, I'd like to talk about this HP laptop. What are the things that we can repair or upgrade? So I'm going to take it apart and take a look at the internal part of the laptop, and let's go over the situation. So the first thing is to identify the model. If you take a look at the back of the computer, this is HP 15 fd0935nr. I'll be using a Phillips screwdriver. Remove the screws. There are two screws on the top and two screws at the bottom. The top screws are much longer, the bottom screw are much shorter. Once you have removed that, the next thing is to open up the back cover. So let's go ahead and find the opening here on the side. So I have a small gap here. Try to work my way around the corner. I'm using a plastic prying tool, not the metal, because you do not want to scratch or make a dent to the laptop. And once you have removed the back cover, put it on the side, we want to identify the internal part of the laptop here. So the bottom here is your battery. You have a CPU fan. The heatsink runs to the CPU. There's no graphics card in the motherboard, only the CPU. And here are your two RAM slots. The two RAM slot is already occupied. And I'd like to point it out to you. To remove the RAM, what you need to do is to push the RAM, the clipper, away from each other. So you push it on both corners, and that way it would open up the RAM at 45-degree angle, and you want to slide it away from you to remove the RAM. Here is an 8GB PC4 that stands for DDR4 RAM. You have two slots. You can remove the second RAM as well by sliding the two clipper away from each other and slide it out. The bottom part is the battery. If you feel like your clicker is not clickable, if you're watching this video years down the road, meaning that the computer is kind of old and you're looking to replace the battery, this video is for you. To remove the battery, all you have to do is to get a Phillips screwdriver and remove all the screws. So there are 5 screws in total. Holding up the battery, remove the 5 screws. Be careful with the wire here. This wire is your speaker. It is still attached to the battery, and once you are done with disconnecting the speaker cable, the battery would slide out entirely. Take a look at the model here. It says AE03XL. That is the model of the HP battery. And also, if your battery is swollen, like bulging, I'll show you one example how a broken battery should look like. And of course, it shouldn't be in this stage here. So this is the battery that is swollen to a point that is ready to explode. You see how swollen the battery is. Okay. The reason why the battery is so swollen is because the person have the charger, the adapter plugged into the computer 24/7. You're overcharging the battery. Never leave the charging cable plugged into the laptop 24/7. If you use it, plug it in. If you're done, unplug it. Simple as that. Do not leave it plugged in all the time. So yes, if your battery is swollen, it would disturb your clicking left or right click on the touchpad, or you can see the thing is bulging and you push from the inside out, damaging the trackpad. So that is the problem with the battery. All right, and last thing is to talk about the hard drive. If you have not enough storage, you need to upgrade your hard drive. This is how you're going to remove the hard drive. Slide it at 45-degree angle to remove it, and that is your M.2 SSD. This one is 256. You can upgrade to whatever size you want. Unfortunately, there's no secondary hard drive that you can install as a storage. There's only one slot for the M.2 SSD. On the far left here is your Wi-Fi card, meaning that your wired NIC card, network interface card, which control your Wi-Fi and your Bluetooth. If your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth is not working, you can change out the card, or you can get one of those USB Wi-Fi adapter to power it up. All right. And what else I like to talk about? That's pretty much it. And the keyboard is not replaceable. So if you're looking for a keyboard replacement in this video, this model here is not replaceable because the keyboard is soldered to not soldered to the motherboard, but the keyboard is a punch down. You can see these rivets, and these are the things that make the keyboard as a full assembly. You would have to remove the whole cover. Again, I like to jump right into RAM installation. This is the RAM slot, the DDR4 RAM. To install, you make sure that little gap here matches the slot. Slide it in at 45-degree angle and push it down. And that's how you install the RAM. And that's pretty much it. If you have any question, comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again till next time. Bye now.